equations. So for systems of equations, we have linear and we have as well nonlinear. So let's review first of our systems of linear equations in two variables in which we're going to have substitution and elimination. So these systems of linear equations, since from the word linear, the highest degree of this one is 1 or yung exponent kay 1 ra. Okay, so do you have an idea about this or nakahinumdum ba mo unsa ning systems of linear equations pag grade 8 ninyo? Pag grade 9 ninyo o pag grade 10 ninyo? Or wala na? Wala? Okay. So, basin wala. So, now we have here, when we say systems of linear equations, we have here, the equations given here are 2 or it could be more. 2 or more, and then you will be having 2 variables. So, when we say 2 variables, you could have A and B, and you could also have X and Y, M and N, as long as 2 siya kabuok. Okay? Since naman tayo word nga systems, so meaning to say that is 2 or more. Iyahang equations. Okay, so in solving systems of linear equation, we could use or we can use substitution and elimination. So we are going to start first reviewing for substitution method. So we have here, this is the given, x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0. And then the second equation is 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. So as you can see, we have ang given nato diri is duha ka buok equation. We have here 2 equations. And then what we are going to do is we're going to find ways on how we're going to get the values of each of the variable. Okay, so since here we have x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0, and then 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0 man, so we're going to find kung asa ta pwede makasubstitute. Di ba, wala pa man tayo value sa x and wala pa tayo value sa y nga nakita dire. So, what do you think or how we are going to find sa isa ani nila nga pwede natong magamit ang value sa x o value sa y? What we're going to do first is to look asa aning duha nga equation nga mas dali nimong ma-identify ang iyahang x or ma-identify ang iyahang y. So, sa kani ato ang equation number 1, we can use this equation in order for us to substitute it to the second equation. So, ang gibuhat ana is all of our negative y plus 6 gi-transfer siya on the right side. So, manang nahimo siya x is equals to y minus 6. So, negative y, ikabalhin sa equal sign, mahimog positive y. Ang positive 6, inikabalhin sa pikas, mahimog negative 6. So, kay value sa imong x dira. But this is not the final. Okay, this is not the final yet. So, kanimong nakuha nga x is equals to y minus 6, you are going to substitute that one in your second equation. Okay, so mo na siya gitawag na tog substitution. Nag-substitute ta. And now, we are going to have this 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. So, atong i-substitute ang naay x dira. So, kani. So, ang mahimo niya, we have therefore times y minus 6. Di intag y minus 6, mo na siya atong gikuha ganina. Katong nag-transpose ta. And then, copy plus 3y and then minus 4 is equals to 0. Now, we can already distribute or we can simplify. So 4 times y, that is 4y, and then 4 minus 6, that is, or 4 times negative 6, that is negative 24. So you will have there 4y minus 24, copy 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. This time, we are going to combine like terms. So pag combine like terms na to, ang 3y o ang 4y tapad, and then diri sa pikas nga side, we have from negative 24 na himog positive 24, and then negative 4 na himog positive 4. And then we have there 7y is equals to 28. 4y plus 3y, that is 7y. 24 plus 4, that is 28. To get the value of y, we're going to divide both sides by 7. Para kani siya makancel, and then 28 divided by 7, that is equivalent to 4. So, nanatay value sa ato ang y. Now, we're going to find out what is our value of x. So, in getting the value of x, depende nimo unsa nga equation imong gamiton. It could be the equation 1 or it could be the equation 2. Okay? The answers are still the same. So, in here, sa akong example is I use the first equation. So, we have there x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0. So, kanina sad mag-substitute na sad taniya. So, we have there x minus 4 minus and then y kay 4 man plus 6. And then, we have there atong butang sa right side ang ato ang mga constant. So, we have negative 4 na himog positive 4. Ang positive 6 na himong negative 6. So, x is equals to 4 minus 6, that is negative 2. So, these are already your values of x and y in your two linear or systems of linear equations. Okay? So, that is how you are going to use substitution. So, nakahinumdum na-refresh na ba ang hunahuna? Sa kaning lesson when you were in grade 8, 9, 10? Okay, very good. Kanay nakahinumdum. How about the others? Sige, how about the others daw? Gamay ra. Okay. So, in this one this is example of kuan pa ha, systems of linear equations. And then later on, maabot na yun ta sa tuang systems of what do you call this one? Systems of nonlinear equation. Okay. So, I hope good nga nasabtan ra, no? And then, if we are going to graph that one, kaning duha nimo ka equations class, mag-abot na sila. Okay? These two equations will meet sa kani nga mga values. Okay? So, unsaon man na nimo siya pagkuan teacher nga ma-meet na nimo siya. So, you will have there sa tuang Desmos. You know Desmos naman, no? Kaya gi-introduce na ko last time. So, if we are going to graph that one in our Desmos, as you can see sa akong gi-share, so you have there, akong gibutang ang x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0, and then 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0, naa sila nag-meet sa negative 2 and 4. In which mauna siya itong nakita sa tuang solution a while ago. Okay? So, mauna siya nga tuang systems of linear. Meaning to say, mag-meet yun na sila or naay way nga mag-meet silang duha. Kay system man sila. So, meaning to say, naay somehow nga common nilang duha. Okay, so you can use Desmos as well to check if your answers are correct. Okay, but in another way of checking that one, since mao naman ni atong solution, we have negative 2 and 4. So, you can check that as well by using, i-substitute na sa nimong values nimo. For example, atong i-check kung ma-equal to 0 ba gyud siya. So, we have there sa kaning x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0. So, we have negative 2 minus 4 plus 6. So, ang x nimo negative 2, ang imuhang 4, kay mo na siyang y, and then plus 6 is equals to 0. So, negative 2 minus 4 plus 6, that is negative 6 plus 6. And then kung imo na siyang i-add, i-simplify, that is 0 is equals to 0. So meaning to say, negative 2 and 4 is really a solution of our first equation. Now, mag-check na po ta how about sa atong second nga equation, teacher. So we have there 4 times, and then ang x nimo is negative 2 plus 3, imuhang y kay 4, and then minus 4 is equals to 0. So ato siyang i-simplify, 4 times negative 2, that is negative 8. 3 times 4, that is 12 minus 4. So negative 8 plus 12 minus 4, that is 4 minus 4. And then 4 minus 4 is equivalent to 0. So still, negative 2 and 4, that is a solution of our second equation. Okay, so you have two ways. You can use graph and you can use as well the checking or the writing method in checking. Okay, so far, do you have any questions for substitution? Oops. No questions? Wala ra? Okay. So now, let's proceed with our elimination method. Okay, so kung kato siya nag-substitute ta, kani mag-eliminate na pud ta niya. So, unsa man ang eliminate, di ba? Mag-cancel man ang mag-eliminate. So, mo ni siya tong buhaton. So, we have here, elimination method. It is the system is transformed into an equivalent system by any of the following operations. So, you can have this um, a sub 1 x plus b sub 1 y is equals to your c sub 1, and then a sub 2x plus b sub 2y is equals to c sub 2. So multiply one or more equations by non-zero constant so that the one variable will have the same coefficient in the two equations. By that, either x or y can be eliminated by either subtraction or addition that one variable remains. So, usara gyud ang ato ang kuan ani class, usara tong goal ani niya. We need to find sa ato ang coefficient sa atong a or sa atong b or sa atong x or sa atong y nga naay ma-eliminate nila to get the value of the other or to get the solution of the other variable. Okay, so how do we do this elimination method? So for example, katotong given ganina gihapon. So we have here x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0. That is still our equation number 1. And then 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. That is equation number 2. So we need to find or we need to find ways nga na ay makancel nila. So pwede ka magtanaw sa ilaha first sa ilahang mga coefficients. Natay 4 diri and then natay 3. So it's either of these two ang imuhang na makancel kung nakay i-multiply sa imong usa ka equation. So for example, sa kani kay atong i-multiply ang equation number 1 by 4. Okay, atong gi-multiply atong equation number 1 by 4. Okay, so ang mahitabo niya, since nag-multiply man ta, mahimo siya ginani, x minus y plus 6 is equals to 0. So, imura na siyang i-distribute. So, you will have there 4x minus 4y. So, 4 times x, 4x, 4 times y, negative 4y kay minus man ni, and then 4 times 6, that is 24. And then on the other side, 4 times 0, that is still 0. So, kanimong equation nga 4x minus 4y plus 24 equals to 0, that is your new equation. Or that is your equation number 3. So, kanimong equation number 3, pwede na nimo siyang magamit para maka-eliminate ka using your equation number 2. So, how are you going to do that? You can do subtraction or you can also do addition. Okay, pwede ka mag-add or pwede ka mag-subtract. But in here is I'm using subtraction. Okay? Ako siyang gi-subtract kay kabaw man ko if atong i-4 minus 4, di ba makancel man na siya. Kay kung imong i-add 4 plus 4, that is 8 man. So, di siya makancel. So, we have here subtract equation 2 from equation 3. So, we have there 4x minus 4y plus 24, katong bag-o nga equation. And then, nag-minus ko sa to ang 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. So, inig ka-minus na to, ana, 4x minus 4x, makancel na na siya. So, ari na dayon ta. Negative 4 minus 3. Pila man ang negative 4 minus 3? That is negative 7y. And then this one, 24 minus 4, that is 28, is equals to 0. So, man siya, since wala naman ni, kay cancel naman, kay 4 minus 4, 0 man na siya. So, ari na kasi mong next, mong y. And then, as you can see, pwede siyang di ba, pwede natong ma-simplify pa, in which atong ma-move ang atong 28 on the other side, mahimo siyag negative 28. Okay? And then divide both sides by 7, and then you will get 4. Negative 28 divided by negative 7, that is equivalent to 4. Diba? As you can see, our answer or our solution still in y is 4. So, same lagi hapon sa ato ang sa tong substitution ganina. Okay, so that is the first part of your elimination. And then, for the getting the value of x, pwede na sad ka makagamit sa imong substitution. Okay? Pwede na sad ka makagamit sa imong substitution. Pero, in my equation or in my example here, kay pure elimination is siya tanan class. So, akong gibuhat na sad is, ari na sad ko sa y, in terms of y. So, ako na sad gi-multiply ang equation number 1 by 3. So, anong 3 man? So, kung goal ani kay kanina sad siya may makancel. Okay? And then, kung atong i-multiply by 3 ang atong equation 1, we have 3x minus 3y plus 18 is equals to 0. So, nako equation number 4. Okay? And then, this time is nag-add nako. So, anong nag-add man ko? Kay kung ako man guning i-add ang negative 3y o positive 3y, that is equivalent to 0 man. Okay, remember, basta mag-eliminate na gani ka, addition, subtraction ra ang gamiton. Okay? Okay? So, we have there, akong gi-add ang 3x minus 3y plus 18 katong fourth equation o ang ato ang second equation nga 4x plus 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. So, ika-add na to ani 3x plus 4x, that is 7x. And then, kani siya is makancel. And then, 18 plus negative 4, that is 14. So, mo na siya nahitabo kay cancel naman, wala na ni siya. So, 7x plus 14, so i-move na sad na to ang 14 on the left side. So, it will become 7x is equals to negative 14. And then, divide both sides by 2, your answer will be negative 2. So, as you can see, we have here our value of x is still negative 2. So, you can say that the solution of our systems of linear equation is negative 2, 4. Okay, so that is the process for elimination. Now, class, if I could ask you, or if I will ask you, which of the two method would you like to use? Sige daw. Asa sa duha ka method ang inyong gamiton? Okay. Add. Asa man nga method? Kaning elimination or substitution? elimination. Okay, na elimination na po substitution. Okay, so actually, any of the two methods you're going to use is ang ato ang kuan niya tong goal ra gyud nga manggawas is ang ato ang same answer. Same ra gyapon niyang answer. Okay, so far, do you have any questions? So ang checking ganina mao lang gihapon ni. Okay, nay questions? Clarifications? Violent reaction? Is this presentation in the LMS, ma'am? Yes, and as well as a recorded video, Jefferson. Okay, next question. Or asa mo mas naglibog? Elimination or substitution? Sige daw. So that I will know. Hilo man kay grade 11. Uy. Sabas-sabas sad mo. Sige, wala. Kasabot ra mong guro or lesson man sad gud ninyo pag sa una. So this one is lahi na sa ni siya nga example class. Okay. So since na-understand naman ninyo, so let's proceed now with the applications of systems of nonlinear equations. So here sa kani siyang um, uh, lesson is, di ba, as you can see in our previous nga discussion sa atong elimination o sa atong substitution, the highest degree there is 1. Okay, the highest degree there is 1 in which wala siya exponent. Or yung exponent kay invisible ra nga 1. So in this time, since we have nonlinear equations, ang iyahan ng iyang mga given could be quadratic, could also be linear, could also be a polynomial. Okay? So, mo ni siya ang given sa tuang applications of systems of nonlinear equation. So, in here, we should always take note that katong gi-review na to ganina is very useful in solving nonlinear equations. Okay? This is also to siya prerequisite in order for you to understand better non-linear equations. Okay, so unsa dining non-linear equation? So mo to kong gingon ganina nga maggamit ta og quadratic, could also be linear, and could also be a polynomial. Okay, so here we can also use substitution and elimination, and then naay atong mga graphs ani niya class sa ato ang nonlinear equations. Since na naman tay mga quadratic, manggawas na to ang ato ang mga discussion before. Katong circle, parabola, hyperbola, and also ellipsis. Okay, since na naman tay quadratic, di ba, sa ato ang mga lessons last time kay mga quadratic man to nga to ang given because of the squared. Okay, so now we are going to have some examples. So for these examples, kay ako lang siyang ako siyang ipakita ang solution through Jamboard. Okay. Asa na to? Ara. Okay, so we have here, we have x minus y plus 2 is equals to 0. And then we have the other equation, which is y minus 1 is equals to x squared. Okay, so as you can see there, class, ang usa na to ka-given kay linear, and then ang usa na to ka-given is a quadratic, which is ang y minus 1 is equals to x squared. So we are going to solve this using substitution. Okay? So, mag-substitution sa taniya. So, what we're going to do is the same process as what we have last time or sa atong gi-review. So, ang atong buhaton niya is, pwede na itong makita iyang value of x diri, di ba? Okay, so you have there, kani ato ang x, ato siyang libelan og kani siya, equation 1, and then 1 is our equation 2. Okay, ang kana atong equation 1, pwede nato siyang ma-change into x is equals to, ang kaning negative y mahimog positive y. Oops. So, may mong positive y and then positive 2 mahimog negative 2. Okay, so pwede siya ana. And then, actually, pwede po nimong sa usa, pwede po siya mahimog in terms of y. Okay, pwede po na siya mahimo in terms of y. So, saan man nimo siya pag in terms of y? So, you could have, di ba, negative y is equal, and then kani mahimog negative x, and then ang positive 2 mahimog negative 2. So, pwede na nimo i-divide both sides by negative or negative 1 para positive imong answer. So, you will, or positive imuhang in terms of y. So, y is equal to x and then plus 2. Okay? Pwedeng in terms of x or in terms of y inyong makuha sa first equation. So, magdepende na lang kung unsa inyong gamiton. Okay? And then, pwede na dayon ka mag-solve niya. Okay? You can already solve this one. Unsa na to siya pag-solve? We can use our substitution method. So, sa kani, ako ang gamiton is kanilang siya. Nasabtan ragi unsa ni pagkuha ang y is equals to x plus 2. Nag-transpose raman ta class. Okay? So, kani siya kung gamiton sa para sa kaning y is equals to 1 is equals to x squared nga equation number 2. And then, ako na dayon siyang i-substitute. So, ang y na to, we have x plus 2 and then minus 1 is equals to x squared. Okay, and then ang next process niya is to simplify. Or, you're going to combine like terms or ato siyang equate to 0. So, you will have there, atong equate to 0. So, you will have, since man diri ang positive nga squared, so, arita magkuan sa pikas. So, and then kani siya, minus x, and then negative 2 plus 1, pila man na siya. That is negative 1. Okay? Kay kuan man na siya, positive 1 and then i-transpose sa pikas, mahimo siya negative 1. So, na kay equation dira nga x squared minus x minus 1. So, teacher, wala na to nakuha tong value sa x. Okay, wala na to nakuha tong value sa x. Yes. So, ang atong buhaton ani niya is we are going to get our solution. So, unsa na to pagkuha sa solution? So, sa inyong makita diya nga x squared, ato siyang ibaliha. Pwede maglibog. Pero dapat magud positive inyo ang x mo nang wala ko nag-change or nagbalhin niya sa other side. So, you will have there x squared minus x minus 1. So, ang imong buhaton diha class is imo na sa itong i-remember inyong lesson pa grade 9 to solve quadratic equation in which maka-use ka sa completing the square, you can use quadratic formula, you can use factoring. So, mo na siya itong buhaton. So, here we have x squared minus x minus 1 is equals to 0. So, unsa kahatong values ani? If we're going to factor, pwede ba siyang ma-factor? Negative 1. Unsa may mga kuan sa negative 1? di ba, negative times positive. Di ba? Kay negative 1 man. So, it should be negative o positive. So, negative 1, positive 1. And then, kung ato na siyang i-add, 0 man ya. Di man pwede, kaya naman tayo x diri. Okay? So, meaning to say, ang ato ang gamiton ani niya is the quadratic formula. Okay? So, we have there kanang given nato nga x squared minus x minus 1 is equals to 0. So, ato ni siyang isolve para makita na to ang value of x using quadratic formula. So, unsa atong quadratic formula, teacher? That is x is equals to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c over 2a. So, ato na siyang isolve using ani. So, first, ato sang pangitaon unsay value sa A, unsay value sa B, ug unsay value sa C. So, ang atong A diri, di na masud. Ang atong value sa A diri, we have, di ba, ang A naman na sa squared. So, aman siya itapad, so that is 1. And then, our B is also, we have there negative, and then x naman siya, so that is negative 1. And then, our C is negative 1. You have to make it into standard form, ha? Ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So, nakita na nato atong value sa A, B, and C. Now, ato na siyang i-substitute. Okay, so substitute, we have x is equals to negative. Ang B nato is negative 1 plus minus square root of negative 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 1. Negative 1 man atong C. Over 2 times 1. Okay, now ato siyang i-simplify. Don't forget the quadratic formula, ha? And this one is in standard form. And then x is equals to this one negative, negative, that is positive. And then plus, minus. And then atong i-simplify, pila ni siya? Negative 1 squared minus, solve daw class. Negative 1 squared, that is 1. And then negative 4 times 1, negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 1, that is positive 4. So that is square root of 1 plus 4. Right? Diba? Mo siya. Positive 1 plus 4. So, ang atong buhaton, ana niya, over 2a, gyapon na siya, or over 2. So, kung ato na siyang i-simplify, that is, idiretso na lang nato siya og 5. Okay. Kaya wala na space. Okay. So, this one is, mahimo na siya og 5. So, you will have there, x is equals to 1 plus minus negative, plus minus square root of 5 is equals to 2. So, ato ni siyang buwagon to get our value of, to get the value of our x. So, positive, negative man na siya class. So, meaning to say, x sub 1. Okay, so you have there x sub 1 is equals to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2. And then, ang atong x sub 2 is equals to 1 minus square root of 5 over 2. So, muna siya itong mga values sa ato ang x. Kay di man ta maka-use sa factoring, kay di man siya factorable, and di po ta ka-use sa completing the square, kay complete naman siya. So, meaning to say, kanay mong nakuha diha ang mga values nimo of 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, o 1 minus square root of 5 over 2, mo na siya values nimo sa x. Okay? And then, unsaon man nato pagkuha ang value sa y, teacher? So ang pagkuha nimo sa value sa y kay imo ra ni siyang ipang substitute sa imuhang given equation ganina. So di ba mao na natong x. So lisod atong x no kay wa siya meaning aning basta na siya square root kay no real roots siya or iyang roots kay kuan ba complicated. Okay, so since kani ato ra na siyang i-substitute. For example, kani atong gamiton sa equation number 1. So imo rang i-substitute imuhang values didto which is katong um 1 plus square root of 5 over 2. And then plus 2, then imo na siyang i-equivalent. Okay. So nasabtan ra ba or ato sa siyang ipakita sige. So ato ning gamiton ha ang x is equals to y minus 2. Kanina atong gamiton, pwede ra kani atong gamiton pa dili na ta magbibog ani. Kaning na change na nato. So x is equals to y minus 2. So kung ato man na siyang i-transform that is to get the value of y, kani lang atong i-change. So you have there ano pa dyan yung example lain. Okay. So, atong gamiton, ang kato atong given ganina nga, x is equals to y. No, bali. We have y is equals to x plus 2. So, duha man to atong value sa x. So, duha po atong gamiton. So, you will have there y is equals to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 plus 2. And then, ang usa na sad, ang y sub 2 nimo, so you have there is equals to 1 minus square root of 5, and then over 2, and then plus 2. To get your values of y. And then, ika-simplify ana niya, ang iyahang answer is 5 plus square root of 5 over 2. Okay? Iyang answer kay 5 plus square root of 5 over 2. And then on the other side, you have there 5 minus square root of 5 over 2. Okay, so that would be your answer sa imuhang x o y. Sa imong x kay 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 and then imuhang y sub 1, we have 5 plus square root of 5 over 2. For your x sub 1, that is y minus square root of 5 over 2 and then imong y sub 2 is 5 minus square root of 5 minus 2. Okay, so kung ato siyang isuwat, mao ni siya imong solutions. Okay, solutions 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 and then ang usa kay 5 plus square root of 5 over 2. And then yung usak solution na pod, we have 1 minus square root of 5 over 2. And then ang pikas is 5 minus square root of 5 over 2. So that would be your solution sa imuhang given nga nonlinear equations. Okay, so kung ato na siyang i-graph class, ang ihang maporma is a parabola. Okay, so kung ato siyang ibutang diri sa atong given, so we have, sige ito, x minus y plus 2 is equals to 0, and then ang pikas is y minus 1 is equals to x squared. Okay, so kung ato siyang i-graph class, mao niyahang now. Mao na siya. So this one, mao ni siya ang linear kaning ato ang given nga x minus y plus 2. And then, ang kaning y minus 1 squared, y minus 1 is equals to x squared. That is a parabola. Okay, in which upward ang iyahang forma. So, teacher, giunsa na to pagkahibaw nga parabola? By just looking sa tuang given, nga kanang y minus 1, kani siya, y minus 1 is equals to x squared. Diba, kung ato ni siyang i-change into a standard form, you have there x squared man na siya. Diba, x squared, y minus x squared is equals to 1. Sakto ba? Di ba naman to ilhanan sa tuang parabola para makahibaw ta kung ihang equation nga gihatag kay unsa ihang nga connect section. So this one, since squared man ang atuang x, so parabola siya nga pa-upward. Okay. So far na ay questions, clarifications, violent reactions. Somehow kuan kay siya no tricky kayo kay kuan man siya good ihang given ba dili perfect square trinomial. So you can use your Desmos or you can use your any graphing calculator nga nyo magamit. Okay, so na questions, clarifications, violent reactions. You can ask. None. Nasabtan ra. So ang kaning nonlinear class, this is really a kanang taas-taas siya process. Okay. So now let's go to our second nga example. I'm gonna rewatch this discussion 3 times. Okay. So we have there kaning x squared plus y squared is equals to 16, and then we have x minus y is equals to 4. Sige daw class, try to look at our given here. What do you think kani siya nga conic section? X squared plus y squared is equals to 16. Unsa kaha ni siya? Circle, ellipsis, square, square, parabola, hyperbola, unsa kaha? Natay x squared, y squared, and then iyahang, okay, so we have from ando circle, which is correct. Circle siya. Diba? This is man our katong example sa tong circle last time. So kani siya is we have here a circle and a linear. So kuan gyapon siya na non-linear, which is ang circle. So now class, ang atong buhaton niya is same process sa atong gibuhat ganina. So we can find values of x here or y. It depends kung asa imuhang comfortable gamiton. Okay, so pwede kang maka-transpose niya. So for example, akong gamiton kay value sa x. So mag-transpose ko kaning second equation akong gamiton ha. So this is first and then this one is second. So kaning ang second equation ako siyang himuog in terms of x. So what will happen is x is equal to mahimo siya positive y plus 4. Okay, so sa katong mga mahibong anong na positive y kay nibalhin man siya. And then pwede na ako ni siyang ma-substitute. Ako ang value sa x using sa ato ang first nga equation. Okay, so we can have x squared plus y squared is equals to 16. So substitute na kong value sa y, sa x, you will have there y plus 4 and then squared plus y squared is equals to 16. Oops, 16. So this time is, as you can see, pwede man siyang makuan, diba? Ma-expand using FOIL method. Pwede na siyang y plus 4 plus y plus 4. Pero kung ganahan mong simple, you can use this technique. So, kani siya, for your first term, i-multiply ni mong imo lang i-equal, ibutang ang exponent sa first term. So, you will have there y squared. And then, to get your second term, i-multiply ni mo 2 times 4, 8 times y, that is 8y. Kung di na mo ganahan mag-FOIL method, mali siya inyong gamiton. And then, squared ninyo ang kaning 4. That is 16. And then plus y squared is equals to 16. Okay. Kung di na mo gana mag-FOIL method, pero kung mag-FOIL method mo, pareha gyapon siya answer. Y plus 4 and then times y plus 4. That is y squared plus 8y plus 16. And then copy y squared is equals to 16. And then this time, you can combine like terms. So, kani siya, combine mo og kani. Y squared plus y squared, that is 2y. And then, kani siya, 8y, wa siya pares. And then, on the other hand, pwede ramang makancel ang kani siya. Kaya, gabalhin mo ni negative. So, 16 minus 16, that is 0. So, na kay 2y squared plus 8y is equals to 0. So, unsa naman sa dinato siya? You can use your quadratic equation balik or quadratic formula. Okay? Or pwede po ka maka-use sa imong completing the square ani. So, yung mga solutions class nga mo gawas if we're going to use quadratic formula is y is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, or y is equals to negative 4. Okay, use lang mo anig kuan ha, katong quadratic formula. Katong negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. You will get this answer nga 0 og negative 4. Okay, and now, since nakuha naman nimo ang imuhang mga values sa imuhang y, so pwede po nimo makita imong value sa x, imo na siyang i-substitute sa imuhang equation diri. Okay? Ika-substitute nimo niya, that is equivalent still to 0 man gihapon. Okay? So, your values there would be, or ato na lang ipakita, pwede mo maglibog. So, nakuha na nato atong y ha. So, atong gamiton is x minus, kanilang, x is equals to y minus 4. X is equals to y minus or plus y plus 4. So, substitute na to. Duha man to atong value sa y, no? We have 0 and y is equals to 4 or negative 4. Negative 4. So, mura siyang i-substitute. So, kaning duha dapat ato i-substitute ha. So, you have there 0 plus 4. So, x is equals to 4. You can have that one as your x sub 1. Can you put x sub 1? Y sub 1. This one is y sub 2. So, lahi na sad. For your x sub 2, you have there negative 4 plus 4. So, your x sub 2 is 0. So, imuha dayong pairs, you have there 4, 0. Or solution imo 4, 0. And the other one is 0, negative 4. Kung imo na siyang i-plot class, inika-drawing nimo ana niya, that is a circle. Ang kaning nasa imuhang kuan. Katong given nimo nga first. Or katong x squared plus y squared is equals to 16. Well, ang kanimong nakuha kani siya is sa linear ni nimo siya. Iniga-graph nimo, mao ni siya forma. Okay. Ako na sang ipakita. X squared plus y squared is equals to 16. And then, ang next given kay, sige ito, x minus y is equals to 4. Okay. So, inika-graph ana niya, mo ni siya tong circle. Kaning first, kaning red, mo na siya ang circle. X squared plus y squared is equals to 16. Ang kanang line nimo diha, mo ni siya imong mga nakuha nga values. Oops. Diba mo na siya 4, 0, and then 0, negative 4. So, you have there, nice circle and then nice line. So, that is for the systems of nonlinear equations. And that's all. Do you have any questions? Clarifications? Violent reactions? Wala ra, nasabtan ra. Don't forget last how, wala ba ako nagpakita atong sa quadratic formula anong nakuha na ko ang y. Use quadratic formula para sure. Okay? So, I know class, the systems of nonlinear equation is taas-taas siya og process. But nindot kay sa feeling basta ma-solve nimo siya. And then pareha sa graph imong makita. Okay, ang kaning graph is used for kuan na lang jud nimo siya for checking if sakto imong answer. Okay? So, questions. How about the others? Si Andor akong sige ka kita diri nga mo participate. Sige, how about the others na may questions? Wala ra? Sige.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are the notes going to be in our element?